Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Sense for Thoughts. I'm Mo, and today we're continuing with our exploration of the Classics collection by Areej Le Doré. Last week we did Cuir de Russie 2 and Antiquity 2, and posted a video about my thoughts on those. Trying to get them all out for you guys before they release the individual bottles to help give you some first impressions, to maybe give you a bit more of an informed decision before you commit to a blind buy. Today we have War and Peace 3 and Inverno Russo 2. In case you're not familiar with this video series, what I'll be doing is I'll be doing a couple sprays of each on each arm, carrying on with my day. I'll be telling you my first impressions, letting them dry down, and then coming back in the afternoon or early evening and filming my final opinions and thoughts on the dry down and whether I'll be pursuing a full bottle or not. Last time I oversprayed a little bit with Antiquity and especially Cuir de Russie 2. It was very potent fragrance. I was impressed with how well they were made. I was impressed with how potent they were. I was impressed with the deer musk in Antiquity. I was impressed with how potent and powerful that burst star is in Cuir de Russie 2, but ultimately decided that they're not two that I will be pursuing. So hopefully I have better luck falling in love with Inverno Russo 2, War and Peace 3. So obviously War and Peace is very popular, that's why this is the third iteration of it. Inverno Russo, to me, is one that I'm very excited about because it has a narrative aspect to it. It's about the cold Russian winter, contrasting with being inside and watching it all unfold through the window in front of a nice fireplace. I like fragrances that have kind of imagery attached to it and an idea behind it, so I'm excited about that. War and Peace 3. War and Peace, obviously, two polar opposite things. I know that this is quite an animalic one. I have no idea what it smells like. I haven't looked up the notes for any of these. It's part of the fun just to explore them and give you my first opinion off the cuff, and then we'll discuss them in more detail at the dry down. War and Peace 3 is very dark juice. It's scary. It's just really straight black. This one is a bit more manageable, nice amber colored juice. But because of that, I'll start with Inverno Russo 2. Let's give it a spray and see how it goes. Okay, that's 2 sprays. I said 1. I'll definitely do 1 from now on. Okay, I've learned my mistake. So let's give Inverno Russo a bit of time to settle and see what it smells like. Oh, something nice and spicy about it. Something quite roasty and toasty. This is a beautiful perfume. Wow. Okay. Let's just give it some time. So Inverno Russo, as I mentioned, is about the harshness of the Russian winters, but also the good aspects of a Russian winter, which for Russian Adam is about being by the fireplace indoors with his family, I assume. I'll read the blurb and all of that for the dry down, but for now, let's see what we're getting. Okay. Off the bat, there's nothing dirty or animalic about this so far, or challenging. Which is a nice change of pace because the others are really quite aggressive. This is beautiful, it's sweet. Something nutty about it, something like a dessert about it, something rich and deep. I'm getting a very particular thing where it's like spices and sesame. Like, have you ever smelled toasted sesame seeds? Big sesame seed kind of vibe I'm getting. I'm not sure what notes he's used to make this happen. Wow, this is fantastic. I have to say, I absolutely love it. It's kind of gourmandish. But as gourmand as I want things to be, I'm very anti-sweet fragrances, if you guys are not aware. Yeah, this is nice and vanillic, sweet, ambery. I'm kind of getting like chestnuts roasted on the fireplace. Yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. Wow, I am impressed by this. I have to be honest. I know this is not one of the more hyped ones, but I love it. It's kind of, it's like an oriental gourmand. The one that comes to mind is Sweetie Oud by Roger. Now that one is full pastry mode. This is not full pastry mode. This is a bit more restrained. It's rich and buttery, but not photorealistic almond croissant like the Roger, if you like. I really like this. I wonder if there's some carrot seed or something along those lines. It's got that synthetic musk, like that ambrette muskmallow thing. So I wonder if there's synthetic musk in this rather than deer musk. There's probably a hint of deer musk in this, but it's not really overpowering or aggressive at all. This is more blended and put together than the other two that I smelled so far, I have to say. But yeah, this is a nice, warm, ambery gourmand. It's not really a gourmand, but it's as far towards the sweet aspect as I would go. So yeah, Inverno Russo 2 is a hit for me so far, I have to say. We'll see how it dries down. Let's go for War and Peace 3. I'm fearful, but let's do it anyway. One spray though. I've been taught in the comments, schooled in the comments about how I oversprayed these last time. Okay, that's one spray because the first one was just priming it. Inverno Russo smells amazing in the air. It's like this warm. Oh, here comes War and Peace 3. Wow, okay. Very interesting. I'm getting some florals, some kind of rose. It smells kind of like dried fruits, or fermented fruits. Wow, this is good. Wow, so off the bat, War and Peace 3 is an amber. This is an amber fragrance. It smells a bit like the ambers that I like in it too, so far from the opening at least. Stuff like Amber Sultan by Serge Lutens, or maybe something along the lines of Amber Aurea. Very realistic amber with a slight bit of rose coming through. It's quite leathery. It's like the labdanum is the main amber thing going on. It's not really benzoin, vanilla. It's more labdanum heavy, and I love labdanum. I have Lilion, which I adore, Amber Aurea, which I adore as well. So far, I'm not getting anything really animalic in the opening. It's just an amber fragrance so far. Just a leathery amber. Some people find labdanum, smoky labdanums, animalic, but I totally don't get that. I've never found an amber fragrance animalic whatsoever. So maybe that's why they find this animalic. Or maybe you'll have a dark turn later on, who knows. So far, from the opening of both of these, I'm very impressed, I have to say, more impressed than Antiquity and Quai de Russie in the first episode. At the moment, War and Peace 3 just smells very ambery. Not something that I'll be waking up early in the morning and blind buying as of right now because I have some ambers that I'm super happy with. There's a slight rose trying to poke through, but all I'm getting is ambers in the opening so far. So I'll be watching that one carefully to see how it develops. If there's a twist, something interesting, something changes in the dry down to make me more interested in getting a bottle. But so far, it's just a nice, beautiful amber. Less smoky and leathery, which gives it a slight animalic hint, but nothing crazy. And there's definitely right at the end, like when you inhale it in, like the very last thing you smell is a touch of rose peeking through, probably in the mid notes. Usually the rose would be like more active in the opening, so this is like more like he reversed the triangle and the amber, which is usually the base at the front, and then the rose is somehow in the base. It's not really coming out to play yet. Inverno Russo, let's see how it's changed. It smells really nice. It's like something sesame and maybe coconutty about it. But like they've been baked in the oven. It's reminding me of something very particular, but I really can't put my finger on it. So hopefully I'll remember, or it come to me as I wear it for today and let you guys know in the dry down. Yeah, Inverno Russo, I have to be honest, is in the opening is more attractive to me. It's more fills a gap that in my collection. I don't have anything like it so far. Something so rich and decadent about it. It's really makes you feel warm when you smell it. It just feels warm and calming. Be amazing in the cold temperatures of a Russian winter, of course. Something herbal about War and Peace 3. It's more of a like an Amber Sultan has that bay leaf. It's kind of giving me that vibe. The amber accord used is very high quality though. You can really tell. It does not fall apart when you really take a deep sniff. So yeah, if I was to summarize the openings, I would say that Inverno Russo is more interesting to me, more unique to me. It smells like chestnuts and sesame and a decadent dessert, either baking in the oven or in a nice fireplace. Nice and vanillic. There's a slight smokiness and incense kind of thing. It's not like white incense or like those cheap incenses. It's more of a um, actual resin. So yeah, that's fantastic. I have to say. War and Peace 3. From the opening, I'm not impressed. It smells like Amber Sultan. It smells like Amber Aurea. Not excited by that one. It hasn't really moved me. I have a lot of ambers and I love ambers. I don't know if I have space for another one though. But that's it for the opening. I'm going to carry on with my day and I'll see you guys in the evening to let you know how these developed, how they wore, what I think with their projection performance, and my final verdict, whether I think they're worth swinging for a bottle, who would enjoy them and who wouldn't, and things of that nature. So, catch up in a minute. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. I've just been wearing Inverno Russo 2 and War and Peace 3 for the whole day. It's late at night now. I must have had them on for at least 8-9 hours, so got a very good wear out of them. Did one spray of each earlier, and now I'm here to talk about the dry down and how I feel about them, whether I'll be pursuing them or not, and who I'd recommend these for. So let's start off with Inverno Russo. Inverno Russo was a bit of a love at first sniff. I really enjoyed the opening, and as it developed on skin, it didn't transition too much. It actually stayed pretty consistent throughout, but a lot of the finer details started to show. And I did manage to have a look at the notes just briefly before coming on and the price as well. And that clarified a lot of things. So in the opening, I got this green incense, resinous incense, and green resinous incense, unlike like white smoky incense, is very resinous and it sometimes has that acidic feel. And then there's a lot of rose in this, which we picked up on in the opening, and rose can give it a bit of an acidic feel. And that those two kind of acidic components and sharp lemony components really balance out the creamy custardy florals. It's absolutely wonderful. It's so rich and custardy. The florals he uses are very unique, champaca being one of them, things that I've never smelled before. And to be honest with you, it's absolutely wonderful. There is the hint of deer musk, to be honest with you. It's not that strong, it's not that animalic. It's musky, but it's not very animalic at all. I think it's absolutely wonderful, especially in the winter. It's such a cozy fragrance. It's a feel good fragrance. I don't think it's that challenging. I have to say, disclaimer, I am not the most sensitive person when it comes to stuff like civet, castoreum, ambergris, deer musk, and ouds. I don't find them that offensive, so bear that in mind and take my words with a pinch of salt if you do find them a bit more, aggressive, if you like. But this one, by far the easiest wear. It's quite unique. I don't have anything that smells even remotely like this because of those florals that I used, because of the rose and the green incense. This feels like a perfume, like a good composition. Like this is well blended. The things he chose feel like they're cohesive. They're there for a reason and they're adding something. It feels like he hasn't, thrown the kitchen sink at this one, which is nice for a change because some of them can be like just an amalgamation of too many ingredients that maybe don't particularly go great together or not perfectly blended. But this one, I'm very, very impressed. I'll definitely be wearing the hell out of the sample and considering getting a full bottle. Now, on the other hand, we had War and Peace 3. Now, this one, I'll be honest with you guys, it was a bit of a disappointment. Now, let's start off by saying what it smelled like. So at the start, there was clearly amber and there was clearly rose, and there was some kind of a salty kind of vibe and a leathery kind of vibe. So the salty kind of vibe is definitely ambergris, and the amber is quite leathery and animalic. I know he uses civet, different kinds of civet. It's cool. The note breakdown is got a lot of things on there, but they don't necessarily help you decipher this one whatsoever. I don't get the story about War and Peace because, to be honest with you, I don't find that one that challenging. This smells like, honestly, like a slightly civety, leathery amber perfume. I don't get the war aspect or the peace aspect. I don't find this particularly challenging. Now, this one way outperformed Inverno Russo too, so we have to give it credit for that. Here's the thing, it's not a bad perfume. Actually, I think this is a great perfume, but I don't think it's necessarily original or worth splashing the cash on. It smells very close to Amber Aurea by Perfume Roma, which is a leathery amber, slight animalic touches, and a salty ambergris, and that's what I get from this. In the deep dry down now, it's just a leathery civet kind of thing, and that's cool. It's a really good perfume, but I was expecting something a bit more unique, something that I haven't smelled before, or something that I don't have. For me, 30 ml of this for about $300 is how much this goes for, roughly 290, 280, something like that. For retail, I wouldn't swing for this one personally because I'd rather go to the Perfume Roma, which is about 200, pretty much the same price. You get 100 ml, and it's more original, more easy to wear, same performance, I reckon. Maybe the Amber Aurea might be even stronger. Who knows? But yeah, this one just struck me as quite a basic perfume or a basic idea. I feel like a lot of the ingredients that I read in the note breakdown didn't really come out on my skin. I only did one spray, so maybe I need to spray it more. This is just first impressions. Maybe I need to wear it a bit more. But really, it was underwhelming, I'll be honest with you guys. I was expecting a bit more. What I got was a great perfume. Like it's very good. There's no doubt about it. It's high quality. It smells great. It performs amazing. But for me, for my personal collection, I just don't see the point of me going for this, to be honest with you. I also think that he did, in comparison to Amber Aurea, which is the one I'm comparing it to a lot, this has civet. The Amber Aurea is a bit cleaner and less challenging. I don't particularly find civet that challenging. That's just personally my taste and my nose. So I did not find this that animalic, to be honest with you guys. It was quite an easy wear, but nothing to really excite me or get me moving. The narrative aspect, the name, I don't get it. War and Peace. I don't see the war or the peace. It's just a nice amber fragrance, to be honest with you. That's the end of the situation. It does have a nice rose in there, but once again, I don't know. It's just not that exciting, and I would definitely not recommend you paying above retail price for this one. Inverno Russo, on the other hand, this one is amazing. It's unique, and I might be going for a retail bottle of this next month. I need to give it a few more wears to see how I feel about it. I love the story behind it, the fact that you're inside this home in Siberia in the cold winter, you've got a fireplace going, and outside is totally brutally cold, and this gives you that cozy feel. I mean, I'm not from Russia. Our winters here in the UK are not that cold, but you know, even if you're any winter experience, when you're inside and it's raining or snowing outside, it feels great to be at home. And this captures that feeling and gives you it and bottles it for you and puts it in this brilliant perfume. It's unique, the florals, the custardy kind of texture, the green incense, giving it that acidic kind of sharpness. I really like this one. I'm going to definitely be wearing the entire sample, maybe leaving a bit and giving it to a friend to sample as well. But this one is brilliant. Highly recommend it. It's definitely on my list so far, but unfortunately, War and Peace 3 joins the others. I enjoyed it more than Antiquity and what's the other one called, Quai de Russie, but this one is not as original. Antiquity was good, but I felt the oud was just overpowered. Quai de Russie opening very bombastic. I felt like it wasn't too wearable. This one is super wearable to me, but I have Amber Aurea. I have so many ambers. I have Lilion. I don't really see the point of this. I mean, it's just the amber with a bit more smoky, leathery, animalic touches. Not for me, I'm afraid. But Inverno Russo, it might be if I get the chance be joining the collection. So that was my experience with Inverno Russo and War and Peace. Next week and in the next few days, I'll be going through the last and the one I'm most excited about, Oud Luwak, and I'll also be putting it up against Russian Oud too. So stay tuned for this one. See you next time.